What are you doing?
Copying the link.
You found it?
What are you doing? Copying the link.
All right, cool. So what do you want to do? Just talk about this week's card and just general MMA?
Yeah.
All right. Did you send it out?
I'm about to right now.
Man, I'm going heavy on this card. I'm so nervous. I got a lot of money at risk.
I'm the opposite.
I got a lot of money at risk.
So the tweet is out. We are live. Gabe is a bad dude.
Money Rock Fight Club.
You, sir, are a outlaw, a fucking YouTube outlaw. The algorithms hate you. That's why I love you.
There's just some haters reporting shit.
Now, YouTube is the fucking worst platform. It is. YouTube is the most restrictive, worst platform of all time. They put ads on everything. It's almost unusable at this point.
And I don't know the rules. I'm kind of new to it. I don't know the rules, so I'm learning as I go. It's like I don't know. I broke a rule until after I broke it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they fucking suck, right? These motherfuckers suck. I did the Gumby show. I did the Gumby show the other day. They were making fun of this dude, and they said he walks like a Trump supporter. The way he walks, and my boy was like, "It looks like Mr. McMahon from WWE." And like, I put a clip, and I put it like I did like a share screen. Mr. McMahon walking. It was like 20 seconds, and they flagged it. It's like, "Oh, you're using content you don't own." It's like a 20-second joke, bro.
Wow.
Terrible.
Yeah, WWF, UFC, they're like super strict with that shit. They got people like checking YouTube every second. They got machines checking every second.
Yeah, they do, right? It's like, dog, if anything, I'm making people remember your product. Like, I'm helping your product by talking about your product. They should really, literally, they should pay us. They should fucking pay us.
I had a 30 minute family video get pulled from YouTube because for like a few seconds on the TV you could see Manny Pacquiao walking out for his fight against Mayweather. Dude, you can see Manny Pacquiao walking out for a few seconds. They finally took my video down for that shit.
If for what? They're just overly restrictive. I think Twitch might be where we should go. I think on Twitch, they're like a lot less restrictive. You can actually play music and stuff like that without getting yanked. So we got
to be everywhere simultaneously.
Yeah, I think that might be the way to go about it, man. That might be the way to go about it. So I just hit my shit. Put your shit on your Facebook, bro. Facebook, put my shit on fucking go on my Instagram real quick. Let everybody know we just impromptu. No, we're not recording anything. Not taking a picture. Can I go live? Anyway, so what you thinking, man? What you got going on? What you thinking about this card? You know, I'm not a big fan of this card. I think this card, it's not quite Dookie Dogwater, but it's not a card that I'm very excited about.
Imagine if they didn't put Shabazian and Hermanson on this card, bro. Imagine how terrible they would be. Oh man, imagine that.
It would be
that fight saved this card.
It would be 8-year-old hot dog water.
That fight saved this card. Otherwise, it's like it would have been the worst card of the year.
And you got to explain to me why that fight isn't on the top of this card, or at least in the co-main.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Yeah, I guess they want to kick it off on a high note or something, you know. But I don't know. I figure you'd want to build up to it, but that's just me. Maybe they already had posters with the main and co-main, and they figured it's better to put this fight as the first fight rather than the second to last fight.
You know, I wonder, and this is just me, as we're starting to talk business here a little bit, I wonder if the metrics show that girl fights perform well, ratings wise, because very often I'll notice like some middling chick fight makes it to the main card or to the co-main. Have you noticed that?
I mean, that just, they need to mix it up. They need to showcase females. It's not that they get ratings. You know?
It has to make sense to the suits though. The suits look at numbers, right? They look at demographics, they look at numbers, they look at different blocks of who's tuning in, 18 to 27, 28 to 35.
If you never put females on the main card, people are going to say, hey, you guys never put the females on the main card. What's the point of having them in the UFC and shit? Like, people are going to start saying shit like that.
I mean, the WNBA doesn't get prime time anywhere. I mean, I don't think that it's about that. It has to make sense.
Well, WNBA doesn't exist. It does exist.
That's my point. It does exist. It's a real thing, and they don't get prime. I don't think anybody watches.
It practically doesn't exist. Yeah, no one watches it. Is it on TV?
But I wonder if girl fights do well.
Dude, it's not like people tune in for one fight and they tune out. People tune into like the whole card.
Oh my God, Valerie Laredo lost.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Bellator was tonight.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Well, Valerie Laredo.
The reason female fights don't do well, not fights like female headliners don't do well, because if they did, they would be headliners. Like whenever there's a female title fight, they put them as the co-main event. They don't put them as the main event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
unless it's Ronda.
Or sometimes Nunes, but like they have to stack a card too, I guess, for it to make sense when they do Nunes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they put Nunes as a co-main event too, you know?
Yeah. I get that. To me, see, that makes sense. I think Nunes is a real draw. She's that good. It's like, you know what? Sometimes you have to condition your audience for, you know, what it is we're feeding them. So I think
she crossed over when she beat Cyborg.
She's exciting. She's a good kid too, honestly. Like I like her. Like to me, I enjoy watching her fight, and I enjoy the way she's gracious in victory. You know what I mean?
All right. So who are your locks of the night? Who you got?
See, you know I don't do that. I don't.
Who are your most confident plays of the night?
Man.
It's just the same.
I don't really. This card to me is due to dog water. So my most confident play of the night, I don't have one. I literally don't have a most confident play this week. As I look up and down this card, it's a card that is very middling, very well matched. There's a lot of guys on here that I don't have strong takes on. So I don't have a lock of the night. Do you have a lock?
Yeah, I got several locks. Pimp and Shabazian, lock number one.
I'm not gonna say that he's a lock. I think he's in a really tough fight. I'm taking him, but as far as him being a lock,
he's a lock. He's
tough to have an underdog as your lock. You could call him your dog of the night, right?
It ain't that tough, dog. It's a lock of the night.
You wouldn't waste a lock of the night on the dog. No, dog of the night. Hammer it. Like I'm betting on him. My lock of the night is Ben Rothwell. Ben Rothwell is my lock of the night, but I never make
Rothwell is the lock of the night.
Yeah, I never make heavyweights my lock though, just because heavyweight's going heavyweight, right?
Yeah, but he's not fighting a heavyweight though. He's fighting like a bantamweight.
That motherfucker weighed 300 pounds. That's a heavyweight. He's just an undisciplined bantamweight, right?
Yeah, he could cut down a bantamweight.
Yeah, that's a fat motherfucker right there. He can do backflips though.
Who's my height? Maybe shorter than me.
Is he little like that?
Yeah, dog. He's like 5'8".
So yeah, for me, that would be my lock of the night. Do you have a favorite play of the night though? What's your favorite play of the night?
Eddie Shaw, baby. Eddie Shaw, baby. You don't even
I know Eddie's gonna be your pick for everything.
Hey, so who do you like? What do you think about Justin Tafa fight? Tell me about that.
It's middling heavyweight. So the Smack Bible tells you always bet the dog on middling heavyweight. So I don't even bother watching the film. If you just bet every middling heavyweight fight and you win on the underdog, you'd be up by the end of the year. I promise you that. That being the case, this is one of those weeks where I'll probably be in on the chalk side of this because Jared Vanderaa is dookie dog water. He's trash. He's garbage. And I just don't see him winning this fight. I know Justin Tafa may have a questionable gas tank and it's not very experienced, right? Like he's got a six.
His gas tank's okay for a heavyweight. But yeah, he's not that experienced, but he's got the big striking advantage here.
Yeah. I feel like his striking is like a lot better than dude. So I'm in on Tafa, and I hate to give chalk on a heavyweight fight, especially a middling heavyweight fight. And beyond that, a very inexperienced middling heavyweight fight. I don't have a ton of plays this week. You're feeling really good this week, huh?
Yeah, man, I got a lot of plays, but yeah, I don't want to give too much out, but yeah, I got something unlike most of the fights.
Now, a fight that is very interesting to me is the main event: Cody Garbrandt versus Rob Font.
Okay, that's one fight I don't have a play on. I'm playing both sides on DraftKings.
I'm in on Rob Font here. I think that Cody Garbrandt is kind of a one-trick pony. He's going to get out there. He's going to throw everything he's got. He's going to put everything into every shot. And if he catches you, there's a good chance you're going to go night-night. But if he doesn't, he's going to gas. Rob Font is the much better technical striker. He's going to have a market reach advantage. He's got a chin on him. And Cody Garbrandt, at this point, you have to start to wonder, is he damaged goods? He's coming off of injuries, a neck injury. Apparently, he's having some COVID symptoms. And I can tell you personally, I've had some COVID symptoms, some of that brain fog they talk about. So I just wonder, like, that shit is no fucking joke, dog. If he's got that shit like what I had, then I could see it really affecting his performance this weekend. And Rob Font's a sharp dude, and he's a dude that came in with a lot of hype, kind of didn't live up to it, but to his credit, he's one of those Bostonian dudes. They're tough, man. They're training hard, they're working hard, and he's gotten better. Like, he's taken kind of a slower approach towards becoming his best version of himself. So I really like Rob Font. I'm a Rob Font truther. Remember who did he fight? He fought that fucking Hands of Stone. What was dude's name that was knocking everybody out?
Lineker.
Yeah, John Lineker. Oh man, like, he fought a hell of a fight, but just John Lineker was just too much. He was just too physical. He just overpowered him. So
he fought I bet him in that fight, and I was like, come on, man, you're not even fighting.
He couldn't. Lineker just overpowered him. Like, he couldn't do anything. He felt that power. Lineker was ridiculous.
He was scared, dude. He was just running away the whole fight.
Like, he tried, and I think when he had exchange with the dudes, like, I think he felt like, whoa, this guy's going to put my lights out if I stand in front of him and try to chunk with him. So he was just outmatched. I don't think Cody Garbrandt can do that to Rob Font. Not at this point in his career. I think Rob Font is the superior fighter at this point of his career. I don't know how much Cody has left. And we're getting pretty close to even money on Font here. So I didn't see the weigh-in. Did you?
Yeah, they both look good. I'm picking Cody to win, but I could see you going either way.
Are you taking Cody?
He's my official pick. I could see you going either way, though. I'm playing both sides on DraftKings, but no straight bet. I might bet both of them by decision, but bigger on Cody by decision, because Cody by decision is like plus 450, and Font by decision is like plus 350.
All right. So can you see this? Yeah. Wow. Actually, I said Font would have a market reach advantage.
5 rounds or less tomorrow night.
I am surprised that they
takes on Cody Garbrandt.
They both look to be in good shape. I thought Font was going to be taller and longer. Guess he's a smidge taller.
5 rounds or less tomorrow night. Rob Font takes on Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Half an inch at most.
Yeah. And then you changed your pick on Alves, huh?
Yeah, I'm on Ismagulov by TKO.
Right.
I think he's just gonna overwhelm him with the striking and probably stop him late.
You think he stops him? See, I mean,
But if Alves slows down, yeah.
There's a world where I see that. Isn't Demir hasn't fought in 2 years though? Almost 2 years, about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Look at all these decisions on his record though. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of his last 6 fights have been ended in a decision, and the TKO is from a hand injury. So
those guys had good cardio though. I think this was going to slow down.
Yeah, I agree with you there in terms of that. Rafael Alves, though, what the fuck did I just click on?
His output is too low.
He's explosive as shit, though.
Yeah, but like, he explodes and then he chills. He explodes and then he chills.
I'm not impressed with Damir Ismagulov. Like, what is he good at? Where does he excel, in your opinion?
He's an excellent striker.
I think an excellent striker would have finishes, knockout finishes over the last 6 fights. So his striking doesn't impress me at all.
He's not a knockout artist. He's just a good striker.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a better grappler than he is actually a striker. His striking to me is just very rudimentary. a lot of those guys from that area of the world, their striking is really rough and robotic, and like I can't even think of and correct me if I'm wrong. When we start to talk about some of those Dagestani, some of those Slavic fighters, who would you say is the top guy striking wise out of those guys?
Damir Ismagulov.
So you got like, you've got let's say you've had Khabib, and you've had Saeed, and you've had Muslim, you've had Islam Makhachev. If you look at like a lot of these guys, they're not really good strikers.
Muslim Salikov and Damir Ismagulov. Those two are very good strikers.
I don't. Okay, so I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree. I think he's a good fighter. I think he's a solid fighter. At minus 500, I think you'd have to be an idiot to bet that, especially when
both of these guys are
super explosive guy.
They're both sauced up.
Yeah, he's fighting a very explosive guy. So there exists a world in which this guy gets caught, and I don't understand. The line makes no sense to me. I don't want to bet the line. Actually, this will be a time where I bet the line plus 440 in a mixed martial arts fight. This guy, Rafael Alves, is not a bum. He's not Dookie Dogwater, right?
He's not, but I really think Ismagulov is top 10 at lightweight, and I don't think Alves is. Alves is a 145er.
Oh, wait a minute. Breaking news. Bum, 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 bum. I think Smack has a lock, and you're going to have to stop me from going balls deep on this one, my friend. David Dvorak is fighting against somebody by the name of Juan Camilo Ronderos. I thought that fight was off. They found him a last-second replacement?
Yeah, but why would he be a lock? You don't know who that guy is.
That's what I'm saying. Stop me. Thank you. Stop me. Talk to me. Who is Juan Camilo Ronderos?
He's some newcomer. Yeah, I watched a little bit of tape on him. He looks decent.
Does he?
Yeah, I'm picking Dvorak here, but there's no way I would take him at that price. I think the dog is live here.
You think the dog is live? Juan Camilo Ronderos.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's gonna win, but at that price, I don't think I'll bet him, but I think he has a better shot than Alves.
He's got a better shot than Alves? Really? Okay. So
Yeah.
I admittedly haven't.
And I can really switch sides. Like before watching tape, I was on Alves, remember?
Yeah, you were. You definitely were. I'm surprised to see you. You sound like Skip right now.
What's that?
You sound like Skip Bazian. You were like, yo, this is my dog of the week. Yo. And then, nah, man, I'm the other way. The guy's tremendous. He's great. That's what Skip does.
Yeah, it's because after watching tape, I had to switch. Because at first I was just looking at the records. I'm like, this guy's beating like all these nobodies by decision. It's like you should be, if you're good, you should be able to finish all these guys. But then I watched the fights. I'm like, okay, he's not finishing them, but he's like dominating them, and he looks really good. Yeah.
Really? Okay. Well, all right. I'm gonna have to do some research on this Juan Camilo Ronderos. He did beat Eric Shelton. Eric Shelton is a decent fighter.
Yeah, he's good.
So, yeah, all right. So he's a dog with a shot, you're saying?
Yeah, small shot. If Dvorak did not have great takedown defense, I would like him more because he's a good wrestler. But Dvorak has good takedown defense, so he's probably going to stop the takedowns and light him up. But we'll see.
Well, how about we take a look at this guy together and just see if there's anything impressive about the guy. Which one is Juan Camilo?
Yeah, you're gonna get pulled for this probably. It's a UFC Fight Pass thing.
No, this is not UFC Fight Pass. This is YouTube,
Yeah, but it says it's taken from Fight Pass. I don't know.
but it's on YouTube. So and I have no volume. So I don't know if they can fucking find this shit. Then fuck them. Which one is Juan Camilo?
The guy going for the takedown.
That's
he's a Russian. The other guy's going for a takedown.
The one against the cage?
Yeah, the guy on his back.
So okay. He looks more like a Juan Camilo. Do you know? Let's see if there's anything we know about this guy. Because my initial instinct, because I actually think David Dvorak I think he's a decent prospect.
He is. He's pretty good.
I actually like his game. His fight with Jordan Espinosa is not a bad guy. He got a victory over Bruno Silva. He comes from that little tough circuit over there. So
when we did the Smack in the Bank episode about David Dobrik, in the descriptions you wrote David Dvorak.
Is that what I did?
Yeah. I didn't even correct you.
I still don't even know who that motherfucker is. My kids know who he is. So this dude's getting his back climbed right now. This is the guy you're saying is good? He's getting his back climbed right now.
How old is this fight though?
It was just added 7 hours ago.
What's the date though?
WXA in let's see if I can find it. Not wonk. He's got 4 fights, bro. Extreme Couture, 4 fights.
I watched one of his amateur fights.
Well, this is I'm assuming this guy looks like a Matthew Elliott. This is July 31st, 2019. He hasn't fought since December 18th of 2019.
Wow, really? No, didn't he fight Shelton recently?
No, December 19th. No, December what? December 18th, 2019. So it's been a minute.
Damn.
Oh,
Wow,
no, this guy's on his back. What are you talking about? This guy's a dog with a chance. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, I guess Dvorak. Great.
Look at this. And Dvorak is pretty violent.
Yeah, Dvorak all day.
I was looking at yeah, so all right.
But you really want to see the Eric Shelton fight because this is probably an old ass fight. I mean, that Shelton's an old fight too, but like that's the more recent.
This fight happened 4 months before the Shelton fight, so he gets tapped. Actually, he wins this fight. Okay, he's gonna tap this guy with a bulldog choke. All right, let's see. I don't know who the fuck that is. He's getting dominated for the majority of this fight. Wait a minute, how does he get out of this shit?
Fuck happened, bro?
So he gets this dude in a bulldog choke?
That was crazy.
Oh, fight karma. Bad fight karma. No, he's going to lose. Oh, fight karma. What is he doing? They have to hold the nigga down. What is he doing?
The fuck,
What is
bro?
he doing? Oh, no. This dude's trash. Dookie Dogwater. Oh, no. All right, so Dvorak is a max bet. Max bet Dvorak. All right.
I got food. I got food on the way, so we got to wrap up soon.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, we got a little time.
And we got a couple people in the building.
Got a little time.
I don't even know how to. You normally do all this shit. I don't know. Somebody's here. Who's here? Send a message. Identify yourself. But what you got coming? You got some I almost went to Raising Hot Chicken, but you were out of town. I was in LA. As it turns out, I went to LA and you went to fucking Dallas.
So the restaurant's still open. Why wouldn't you go?
If you're not there, I'm not going, fool.
Yeah, but I'm still not going to be here. I'm not at the restaurant. That doesn't make sense.
McGizzle for shizzle. McGizzle for shizzle. What's Gucci, man? Dog, I'm not fucking gonna fucking go to a restaurant if you're not there, bro. What are you talking about?
You're not going to eat. Okay, so you're never going to go then.
I guess
I'm
not. If you're gonna be there, I'm not fucking going.
Okay, then don't go.
Oh, motherfucker, you better make it a point to be there. If I fucking come to town, take your ass to the restaurant. What are you talking about?
Not if you don't think the food's worth trying without me being there.
No. I'm coming to see you. I'll come to your house, motherfucker.
I'm offended that you were in LA, you didn't go try my food. Like, I'm seriously offended at that. Because I wasn't there. The fuck?
Nigga, I fucking was driving through LA. I stopped in like a city to use the bathroom. I was going to San Diego. I wasn't hanging out in LA. But it crossed my mind to stop and grab some food. Then I was like, man, Gabe ain't even fucking here right now, man. I want to walk in and be like, yo, yeah. I was gonna go out there like who is this random dude? People looking at me like I ain't nobody, like whatever. What do you want?
Whatever. It's all good.
I need that love, man. I need that good love if I come through, man. All right, let's see. So Rob Font is my pick of the week, my lock of the week.
Are you playing DraftKings? Just tell me that.
I ain't even looked at DraftKings. I've been fucking okay. So to be real with you, man, I've been staring at stock charts all fucking week. I had a strategy for how I was gonna invest. I put some money in the market this weekend, cash, at a bunch of cash, and I jumped in. And I'm so mad that I jumped in because if I had waited 7 days or 5 days, I would have gotten everything I bought for about a 40% discount. So I'm a little pissed off at the market right now. The crypto market is fucking crazy. I'm doing very well in the crypto space. But yeah, this was a bad 3 days. I'm sure Miguel is ready to cry.
He's a crypto. Is he a crypto?
Should have stopped by the Mac Mansion. Where's Miguel from? Is he from LA?
I don't see. Is anyone typing? You're not showing anything on the screen. I don't see shit.
Oh, I don't normally do this shit. How do I show this? Oh, that was me. Oh, should have stopped by the McMansion. Where's the McMansion? I was in San Diego near a bunch of McMansions, and then he hit that with the alien shit. I don't even know what that means. Yeah. Claudio Silva, Court McGee. Any takes on that one?
I'm on Court McGee.
Really? I've got no take on that one. I've got no take on that. Claudio's. I feel like this is a card full of like random Brazilian names. Like there's like a Brazilian name generator. Rafael Alves. Bruno Silva. Claudio Silva.
Ricardo Ramos.
It's just the fucking Brazilian name maker. I feel like when Brazilian babies are born, they just say, yo, they have like a very limited menu. They got a very limited menu. Like, okay. Last name, got Alves.
What's Norma Dumont? Where's she from?
I don't know.
Let's see how many Brazilians we got. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not too bad.
Miguel was smart. He cashed out at 50 G's. He made a 550% return on his investment in terms of his Bitcoins. So right now, Miguel, I do hope you're buying your Bitcoins once you hit the resistance line of 32 grand. If not 32, at least 30. But either way, that's another story, another book.
Have you ever played MLB on DraftKings?
No. Nope.
It's so hard to get a lineup where like everyone scores
Actually plays. Yeah.
and scores pretty good. And I did that today, and like I'm only winning like $35. It's fucking ridiculous.
Nope, not doing that. Not doing that. Might have some fun doing it, but I'm not doing it right now. Yancy Medeiros, and there's a lot of love for Yancy. Are you in on Yancy? Or are you in on Damir Hadzovic?
I'm on both sides on DraftKings, but I'm picking Yancy.
Okay. What's up with Yancy? When was the last time Yancy fought, dude? It seems like it's been a minute since that guy fought.
Long layout for sure.
Yeah, I really don't recall the last time I've seen that guy fight.
Both guys are coming off a long layoff.
So yeah, it's hard to really have a take. Let's say this card is hard to really for me to bet. That's why I'm surprised to hear you say that you're feeling really confident on any of these.
Yeah, I got a few little problems. But like the aforementioned Court McGee, I'm like before watching tape, I was favoring Silva. I thought it was going to be a good fight for Silva, but like after watching tape, I switched around. I think it's going to be a good fight for Court McGee.
Yeah. Really? So I'm going to, I don't know much. Talk to me about Silva. Is he a grapple heavy black belt, high level jiu-jitsu guy, or is he more of a Muay Thai specialist?
He's a one-trick pony, jiu-jitsu.
So, but Court McGee is a grinder. So when Grinder fights one-trick pony jiu-jitsu guy, it seems like he plays into his hand. And
what do you mean by grinder?
Court McGee's a grinder. I mean, by grinder, I mean he wants to grapple, put you up against a cage, test your cardio. Not a very skilled striker, doesn't have a lot of power, doesn't really try to finish you. He tries to break you. That's what I mean by grinder.
He kickboxes.
Court McGee?
Yeah.
Court McGee is a grinder. He's the ultimate of grinders.
Yeah, but he also kickboxes.
Court McGee has no finishes.
Yeah, neither
in
does
19 wins, he has 5 knockouts.
Neither does Ismagulov. Neither of them have finishes.
And I don't like his striking. Court McGee.
You're crazy if you don't like Ismagulov striking, bro.
Court McGee has zero finishes by knockout in the UFC.
Court McGee is not good at anything.
What?
He's not good at anything, but he does everything.
Exactly. That's my point. That's what a grinder is. A grinder wants to test your cardio.
He kickboxes.
Hey, my man, G-Led. What's up, G-Led? What's cracking with you, Greg?
He's not going to wrestle in this fight. He's going to kickbox.
Okay. You asked me what I meant by grinder. I mean, a grinder is a guy that doesn't really have a skill set. So his plan to beat you is to break your will through grappling, cage work, clinch work, grinding you down until you actually lose on points or potentially by submission.
He's not going to do any of that in this fight. He's going to
which is why I say he's a bad guy to bet on, because if he's fighting against a guy who has submissions and his whole tactic is to grapple with you, he's going to put himself in harm's way quite a bit. I mean, he has no finishes in the UFC by knockout ever. And he's been in the UFC for 10 years?
You don't have to have finishes. What are you talking about, man?
What am I talking about? What do you mean, what am I talking about? I'm saying I don't think he's a kickboxer. He doesn't use a lot of kickboxing. When you watch his fights, he's grinding.
Is James Cross a kickboxer?
Who?
James Cross.
James Krause is what I call like one of those true mixed martial artist guys where he's got quite a few different skills. I don't see
James,
Court McGee.
James Cross does not have good striking.
I didn't say he had good striking.
Okay, and he looked like
Why are you talking about James Krause? What does James Krause have to do with this?
because James Cross looked like because he was Silva's last opponent, and he looked like a world class striker against him. And Court McGee's going to look like a world class striker against him too.
Really? Because I've never seen Court look like a world class striker against anybody.
Okay, then tune in tomorrow night and you'll see him. You want me to tell you some fights Court McGee has outstruck people in?
Yes, please do.
Let me pull up his shit. He's not a good striker, but he's outstruck people before.
He would have to. I don't know. I think Court McGee's go-to is the clinch against the cage.
Yeah, dude. He is a grander. He wrestles, but against people who are better strikers than him. But in this fight, he's the better striker. Know what I'm saying?
Is he the better striker? Let's watch a little Court McGee highlights here, man. Let's see what his striking looks like. This vaunted striking you're talking about. I actually hate watching Court McGee fight, to be honest with you.
He's not a good striker at all, but he's way better than Silva.
Here's him versus Condit. To me, he's throwing wild. These are wild strikes. I don't see him setting up strikes.
What are these Condit highlights?
You said what now?
Are you watching Carlos Condit highlights?
Because he's fighting against Court McGee in this fight. What do you mean? Why am I watching Carlos Condit highlights?
I think you're watching highlights of Carlos Condit, not of Court McGee. But
these are highlights of the actual fight.
They're highlights of Carlos Condit looking good in the fight, dude. Do you not understand what I'm saying?
It says Carlos Condit versus Court McGee full fight highlights.
Full fight?
Yes, that's what it says. Full fight highlights. And I'm just not seeing striking for Court. So I'm going to say that I don't know much about Court McGee striking, so I'm watching it right now to see what you're talking about. Kickboxing. So I'm looking to see.
Okay, so he's fighting someone in this fight who's a way better striker than him. So what am I going to tell you?
It's going to tell me a lot. It's going to tell me what his striking looks like in his most recent fight.
Against someone who's a way better striker. Okay. Now yes. Watch him against someone who doesn't know how to strike at all.
Like who?
Like Claudio Silva.
So we'll disagree on this one as well. That's good. I like when we disagree.
What are you disagreeing on? You're saying, are you picking Claudio Silva? Let's make a bet.
Yes, I'm taking Claudio Silva.
How much you want to bet?
I don't know. I mean, what's the line on this one?
It's even money.
It's even money?
Yeah.
What you want to do? You tell me how much you want to bet.
As much as you can.
Throw out a number.
As much as you can.
Throw out a number. How much you want to bet?
$500.
I'm not betting $500 on this bullshit. We'll do $100. We'll do $100. Okay. Facebook shake. $100.
$100 bet.
Make sure you're not trying to. And it's funny because I don't even have strong of a take on this fight, but I just if you're betting this on the strength of Court McGee's actually Claudio Silva this is a weird number. He's the dog here.
What do you mean? Well, plus 105?
Yeah. Nah, I'm not giving up no juice on this. I gotta get some.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So we're not disagreeing then. You were just talking. You were just talking for the sake of
For the
talking.
sport, nigga. That's what I do, son. What do you think? Who is this Yelan Shah? Do you know anything about that guy?
Not really.
Yeah,
All right,
this-
let's wrap it up. My food's almost here. Let's wrap it up. I gotta get the food. Let's wrap it up, pimp.
all right, man. $100 not happening. Hey, listen, real quick before we go though, talk to me about Eddie Shaw. How's he feeling?
He's good, dog. He's good. He was on weight for a night before the weigh-ins. Weighed in, no problem. Should be ready to go tomorrow.
You know, I heard people like Cody Safdie and Paul Shaughnessy, and they seem to have some hate for Eddie Shaw, as if this was a bad fight for him, and they didn't understand why the UFC would book this fight. You care to shed any light on that?
Oh yeah, they can suck my dick, and you'll find out why they can suck my dick tomorrow night.
But I mean, so talking to Leon, he feels like really, really good about the fight, right? Like that, like you know, Edmund's a young stud prospect, and from what they are saying and how they are feeling, it feels like they feel really good going into tomorrow. Fair?
Yeah, dude. The Brunson fight was a fluke, bro. If they rematch tomorrow with Brunson, Brunson's not going to stand a chance. That outcome would not happen again. Everyone will see tomorrow. They'll see what's up.
Yeah, I look at this, and just real quick before we go, this is the last thing I wanted to get into. And the way I'm looking at this fight, I'm gonna just kind of show everybody what I see in terms of Jack Hermanson. I think Jack Hermanson is actually another one of those guys who has gotten better over time. I think he kind of came into the UFC as kind of like a middling type of guy. I was not a fan of him. He's earned my respect over the years, but let's just take a look at the type of fights where he does well and the type of fights where he doesn't do well. Marvin Vettori was a physical specimen, and Marvin Vettori was able to beat him in a 5-round fight. It was kind of grappling exchange, but Marvin was just more physical. Kelvin Gastelum, he's got a victory with that heel hook. Fluky ass first round victory with the heel hook. Jared Cannonier, very physical type of guy. Striker, knocks him out in the second round. So right away, this guy has lost 2 or 3 fights. Now, Ronaldo Souza, kind of a statue, a throwback type of guy, grappler. He out-grapples the guy. David Branch, another grappler, submits the guy in the first round. Gerard Meerschaert, another grappler. He taps him. Thales Leites, yet another grappler. He knocks him out in the 3rd round. Thiago Santos knocks him out in the 1st round. So what I'm noticing here is if you look at these victories, when he's fighting against a guy who is known for his grappling, Jacare, David Branch, Gerald Meerschaert, Thales Leites, he has a lot of success against grapple heavy guys. When he's fighting against a specimen, a striker, Thiago Santos, Jared Cannonier, Marvin Vettori, he seems to have trouble with the guys who specialize in striking. Eddie is like that next generation athlete. He's got grappling, he's got striking, but he's super physical, super athletic. And I doubt that Eddie's coming in with the game plan of, let me grapple with this guy. So what I say all that to say this is that this is the type of fight where Hermanson struggles. He struggles with this type of fighter. So when I just see the guys and they're kind of dismissive and disrespectful of Edmen Shahbazyan's skill level and his athleticism, it just strikes me as kind of odd. Like, why guys who took him last time out, oh, no brainer. He's going to knock Derek Brunson out. It's no brainer. Pay up. Now you're like, oh man, why would they even book this fight? It's like, where are you at? How do you swing so far one way or the other? Doesn't make sense to me. And if you look at, I like to look at like fight styles. This is the reason I say that Silva has a good chance, just because of the type of fighter that he's fighting against. In this case here, I think this is the type of fight that favors Eddie. I think it favors Eddie. And I think there's a reason to be excited about this fight. If you're getting dog money on Eddie, I say at plus 135, go in. Go in and feel good about it.
All day, bam.
Go in and feel good about it. And it's not emotional. That's just breaking it down. I've got to watch a little bit more tape. Like I said, I've been fucking balls deep on fucking charts and shit. But Jack the Joker or Manson, he does really well against grapplers. But I think this fight is going to be it's going to take place standing up, quite a bit of it. And do we really believe that Jack or Manson can strike with Eddie?
My food's almost here. Come on. Wrap it up.
Almost here. Come on. Is your food there?
I got to go down and pick it up.
It sounds like cap to me. But anyway, hey, you got Smack's picks. You got Gabe's picks. We about this bitch. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If Gabriel will stop being a fucking YouTube degenerate, we'll get our channel back. But if not, we'll have to keep going.
All right, stay up, Pimps. Money Rap Fight Club. Eddie Shaw, baby. Eddie Shaw, baby. Eddie Shaw, baby. Eddie Shaw, baby.
All right, man.
All right, guys.